For 2.5 cups of mayonnaise, start with 3 egg yolks. Add 2 tablespoons of mustard, ideally a natural homemade one. And then add a tablespoon of onion, that is optional. I got mine by taking it away from cooking a meal, starting with browning the onions. You can take raw or you can leave it away because it stays in the background, which is fine for me. So now back to the mayonnaise. Start mixing it up. And you don't have to take an immersion blender, you can take any kind of mixer or a food processor, or you can do it by hand with a whisk. In fact, I think I wasn't that far from burning the motor of my immersion blender, but it's not a high-end one. So as you can see, you can then go over to adding oil slowly, bit by bit. The egg yolks need some time to take in the oil in an emulsion, so give them the time. I cut this together, it looks faster than it was, but you will see when the oil gets absorbed totally into a homogeneous, creamy substance. And then you add just a little bit more oil, bit by bit, slowly. And obviously there is no need to make a mess like I did. What would be good is like a squeeze bottle to be more efficient in adding the oil. And other appliances like a food processor have a little hole for the oil to drip in slowly from the feeding tube, that is. I think the main idea of that hole is specifically to make mayonnaise. So that was the last oil going in, and finally you end up with a bulk of mayonnaise of a little bit more than half a liter. Then it's time to add the rest of the ingredients. A quarter teaspoon salt, a quarter teaspoon pepper, I took white pepper. Black pepper is fine as well. The last two ingredients are optional as well. A tablespoon of lemon juice and a tablespoon of honey. I ran with the tip by Gordon Ramsay there, who suggests to add most of the ingredients in the end. I just did the onions in the beginning to blend them really well. Other than that, how important is it to add ingredients in the end? I don't know for sure, but I don't want to overtax the yolks. They have enough to do in taking in 2 cups of oil. Blend this really well. Done. Now refrigerate it for no more, I would say no more than 4 days. Remember, it has raw egg yolks in it. And of course, your great 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 grandma could have had this and made it for a great 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 grandpa. Or for whomever. What commercial product was naturalized by making this mayonnaise? It was this one. The packaging says 100% pure. Maybe pure crap? Sorry. But here are the ingredients. There's soy oil, which we used olive oil. Soy oil spoils, it oxidizes, it turns into trans fat easily. It also pushes inflammation in the body. That's because it has a very bad omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. But wait, they say with omega-3. How they made up their mind to make this claim legally, I don't know. The ingredients don't say anything about it, maybe because eggs have some omega-3 naturally, of course, but the soy oil will completely obliterate that positive effect. But this is not a health channel, it's a natural food channel. Maybe it's good to have 2 liters of soy oil each day, I don't know. We have also some natural ingredients in there, water, which I didn't add, egg, obviously, vinegar is in our mustard. I took honey instead of the sugar. Salt is in, and the mustard is in. I added lemon juice and onion because of this here. Because somebody would maybe say you didn't really naturalize this one. But for that, and because the sugar or honey is not really necessary for mayonnaise, I put them as optional. The honey, the onion, and the lemon juice. Taste-wise, they're all in the background anyway. And also we had garlic and black pepper in the mustard we used, and also white pepper in that mayonnaise itself. But now comes the Frankenfood part. Well, I bet that guy has a lot of this commercial mayonnaise. This potassium sorbate E202 is a preservative, and sodium benzoate E211 also is a preservative. Well, it's of course supposed to be safe, but very well-known studies show that it turns into cancer-causing benzene if mixed with vitamin C. So, I mean, don't have fruit after having mayonnaise. I guess. It's your fault when you have fruit after mayonnaise. I guess, right? Everybody knows not to have fruit after mayonnaise. Never forget, the government bureaucrats responsible for food safety only have your best interest in mind at all times. And so does the food industry. They're in it for love, not for money. That's why they add EDTA as a sequestrant, you know? It's supposed to give quote unquote quality and stability to the food. It's also known to harm the liver, so people who have liver problems are not supposed to take it. Because I guess if you don't have liver problems, you want them. So then you want to harm your liver, right? Look, I get it. You don't get rich if you sell a mayonnaise that spoils in 4 days because it's natural. But this is just Frankenfood. That stuff doesn't get into my body. Just saying. Let's just forget about this product. Folks, let me know in the comments below if you want me to naturalize a recipe or a commercial product that you saw. But we must stay away from Frankenfood to naturalize our food.